You have just listened to the energy that surrounds us.
And welcome to another exciting episode of The Energy That Surrounds Us. I'm your host, Michael. And before I introduce my awesome guest, I'm going to take a moment to say, I apologize for starting with the outro. My mouse jumped. The joys of being a live show. So, with that being said, I am awesomely excited to welcome Ray Savino to the show.
Hey guys.
So how's it going, Ray?
Not too bad. Got some personal stuff I'm dealing with, but I'll take care of that. Everything will be splendid. And then I got my ghosty stuff, so we could talk about ghosties all you want tonight.
Awesome. So what got you to start Flumeri Productions, and do you want to tell people exactly what that is?
I started Flumeri because I lost a bet. No. Flumeri Promotions is a paranormal talent management company that also specializes in hosting public ghost hunting events throughout the United States. The talent that I represent are pretty much upcoming talent that is very well grounded, no egos. Um, they're there to educate as well as entertain. Because of course, the TV shows, as much as we don't really pay attention to it, it is an entertainment factor in it. So, but there's some of the talent that I work with are some of the best talent that I've had in a while because um, there's no drama, there's no stress, easy to get along with. There's no competition. Um, just thoroughly enjoy it. Flumeri Promotions was started uh, March of 2019, if I'm not mistaken, right before COVID. And
Right.
how it started was I have my own paranormal group, RTL Paranormal out of Virginia. And, we started that in 2009, well over 200 investigations under our belt. Uh, and I say this all the time, and I don't say it, because I'm conceited. I'm just very proud of it. We're one of the few in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area that personally invited by the military to investigate some of their bases for possible paranormal activity.
That's an
Um,
honor.
so we've done the Matthew Jones House at Fort Eustis Army Base. We did the 33rd Contracting Building in Langley Air Force Base. The USS Zuni, which is my personal favorite, at Oceana Amphibious Base. That one, the USS Zuni, if you ever watched The Perfect Storm with George Clooney, the U.S. Coast Guard boat that went to go save them, that Coast Guard boat is what we investigated.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I think one of the best things I ever caught off that one was, I'm a city boy, so correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know the names, but the helm where the captain steers the boat. I was recording with a camcorder and my digital recorder, and we are nowhere near barracks or any other buildings. We are right off the dock where the boat is, and I didn't hear it with my ear, but on my recorder it sounds like barking. And the person who was in charge of leading us around that night actually served on that boat when it was a naval tugboat. And they told us that when they went on long deployments that they would take pets with them. And the dog,
Really?
yeah, so they took a bunch of, a few dogs with them just to keep them company and companionship, which I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So throughout the years, RTL Paranormal kind of made a small name for themselves in the area. So we decided that to thank everybody in the community for allowing us in their homes and businesses and stuff like that, that we would do fundraising events in certain locations. So we would do ghost hunting events. In lieu of money, we would ask for canned goods, winter coats for the homeless. Um, what else? School supplies for the schools. So in lieu of money, they would bring, crayons and pencils and pens and notebook paper, stuff like that. And we would donate it to the public schools. We've also done supplies needed for women's shelters, stuff like that. And that's where I started to realize that I enjoy making events. Like it's fun to watch people come to the events, enjoy themselves, um, leave with a happy face, and come back over and over again. We started getting regulars. So after a while of doing fundraising events, I was thinking of ways to make it a little bit more interesting. So I decided to get in touch with a talent management company that was representing the guys from the A&E Ghost Hunters. So after a lot of talking, financial talking, I was able to get Daryl, Brian, Rochelle, and Mustafa to a couple of RTL Paranormal events. The Beacon Theater in Hopewell, Virginia, and the Exchange Hotel in Gordonsville. I guess from there, they didn't like where they were going with their talent management, so they asked me if I would be interested in being their manager. So that's pretty much how Flumeri Promotion got started. And throughout the years, talent have stayed, talent have gone, but Flumeri Promotions still has the same mission statement, and that is to provide events that are not only affordable and enjoyable, but also when you leave one of our events, you're going to leave like your family. So that's never changed. And in fact, we have a lot of people that are in RTL and Flumeri Promotions that used to be guests at our events. So, and we have a lot of repeat guests now that come to our events, which is cool. So that just shows you that you treat people a certain way, they're going to treat you that way, the same way as well. So,
Right. So if somebody was, say, an up and coming paranormal investigator and is listening to this and is like, man, he sounds like somebody I'd value working with. How do they go through that process of getting a hold of you and possibly becoming a part of Flumeri?
well, a lot of people have the misconception that when they hear the word talent manager or talent company or whatever, that they will only take people that are on TV. I've gone that route. Don't like that route. I prefer people that are up and coming that I've seen hustle and make a name for themselves, but also not lose sight of why they were doing it. It's not about trying to hurry up and get on TV. It's about learning your craft, educating the people around you, and staying as grounded as possible. Those are the things that I really pay attention to. If you're trying to make a name for yourself and you're trying to do stuff to get on TV or to think that you're going to get more popular, I mean, I can sniff you out and I probably won't do anything with you guys. It's just, I need people in my life that I want to be able to help that are as grounded as possible, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
It does.
I mean, I egos drive me nuts. I can't stand egos. I don't fangirl, and I don't kiss ass. And I think a lot of these, I can't say all, but some of the talent out there that I've associated with, I guess felt that I should because others do, and I don't. And I think that kind of rubbed them the wrong way a little bit. But then again, you know me for a while, Michael. I tend to rub a lot of people the wrong way.
It's the Italian side.
No, it's the asshole in me.
I was trying to be nice.
And call a horse a horse, I guess. So with that being said, I have a. If you go to the Flumeri Promotion website, you'll see all the talent that I have. And if you notice, probably the only two I have, well, no, I'll take that back. 3 right now that have been on TV and possibly be on TV again. I have Mustafa Gadalari. Everybody knows who Mustafa is from Haunted Discoveries and Ghost Hunters. Kristen Luman, also from Ghost Hunters. And if I'm not mistaken, There may be or may not be a new show with her in it. I don't know yet. Steve Dills from Ghost Finders. So, and then I have upcoming ones that are awesome, like Forgotten Explorations. They're a group of young guys, three guys that I fell in love with when we ghost hunted with them the very first time at the abandoned high school in Goochland, Virginia. And ever since then, you know, I kind of, they call me their, what do they call me? Parapapa. Like, so, you know, I try to give them advice and tell them what they, but give them advice on what I think would work and what won't work. And then they take that and turn it into something else. And now they're blowing up all over the place. They're real soon. They're going to be, as soon as we can get a few more people to watch on YouTube, their channel, they're going to be partnered with YouTube. So if you guys can do me a solid, go to YouTube and go to well, not right now, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Go to Forgotten Explorations YouTube channel and go check out some of their episodes and help them get partnered with YouTube.
And to help you out, Ray, if you want to see Forgotten Explorations, go to Paranormal Versus, and they were on that. They have an episode there, so you can meet some of the team.
They are awesome. They're blowing up everywhere, and I can't be any more prouder than I am right now for their success.
So Ernie Pack says, "What's up, Ray?"
Dixon Airplanes, Ernie. Dixon Airplanes.
So we were talking backstage, and you mentioned you have an event coming up in 6 days. Was it?
I have a couple of events. The more recent one is July 21st, Friday. I will be in Virginia City, Nevada at the Washoe Club. Never been there before. I'm excited. A little nervous about getting on a plane, but I'll figure that one out. I saw the Buddy Holly movie. That's why.
Yeah. Don't watch Alaska Triangle movies series. They talk about missing planes.
Stop it now. I'm already going to have like anxiety attacks, and I got two big airports I'm going to get lost in with layovers. And
which ones?
Boston and LA, and I don't do well with crowds and confined spaces. So I might indulge in a couple of adult beverages before the flight.
Let's see. Knowing you, it'd probably be before the flight, during the flight, and after the flight.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What do you want? It's an Italian meal. But yeah, the Washoe Club, I've never been there before. It's going to be with the Paragypsy herself, Miss Christy Ayers. But you'll most likely survive the flights, probably. I don't know.
Love Ernie.
Ernie, if they got a weight limit, we're screwed. It's going to drop like a rock. But I heard that place is phenomenal, and I am excited to do the Washoe Club. Not quite excited to deal with the 30,000 million degrees in Nevada, but whatever. People say it's dry heat. I'm fat. Heat is heat, so I don't care.
Yeah, you actually would have been cracking up here in Texas, where I'm at. We had 80-degree weather, which sounds warm and everything. But I went swimming, and when I got out of the pool, even the lifeguards were talking about they all had sweatshirts on. And then, like, an hour later, it was like you walked outside and you were like, forget the sweatshirts. We don't need them anymore. Let's just delayer and stay inside.
The last time I was in Texas, I did an event for Paranormal Explorations of America. We did,
Ballinger, the Old Park Hotel.
yep, Old Park Hotel. And as we were driving down that long road, just it was just funny for me to just watch trees and bushes just caught on fire for no reason.
Yeah.
Because it was about 800,000 degrees over there. But it was just funny because we're driving and I'm like, I see this black smoke and I'm like, oh, somebody's burning trash or something. Next thing I know, we're driving past burning bushes. And I'm like, there's a biblical message here somewhere. I just can't put my finger on
Yeah,
it.
we have a fun relationship with the divine over here in Texas.
So, and then after the Washoe Club, August 12th, Flumeri Promotions is going to be in Charles City. No, wait. Yep, Charles City, Virginia, August 12th at the Berkeley Plantation. Now, Berkeley Plantation is probably one of my favorite locations historically because not only it's the home of the Harrisons, President Benjamin Harrison. Well, you had the 9th and the 23rd President of the United States. That's their home. It's also where the first official Thanksgiving took place.
Really?
Yep. And then the military song "Taps" was not only written there, but first played at Berkeley Plantation. Also, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I know it had to have been during the pandemic. There was a movie that came out called Harriet, about Harriet Tubman, and about 90% of that movie was filmed at Berkeley Plantation. Fun story. When I first had an interview with Berkeley Plantation to do events over there, they were filming. So she drove me around the property to show me the different places where we could do investigations if we were to do an event. And we drove past the filming spot. So, I mean, I saw trailers, I saw people in actors in clothing, period clothing and stuff. And I thought it was pretty cool. They built 2 slave quarters for the film and they donated it to Berkeley Plantation. And what's cool about the 2 slave quarters is on the wall inside the slave quarters is 2 plaques with the names of all the slaves that worked on the fields and stuff and on the property. And one of my talent, April, she did an event for me there with Mustafa one time where she got the name, I forget now, I want to say Willie. I don't know if that's right or not, but and from we were in the carriage house at the time when she got the slave name Willie. Sure enough, Willie was on that list inside the slave quarters on that plaque. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. So with Berkeley Plantation, we have a bunch of places you can investigate. You have the carriage house, the main house, the kitchen house. Then you have the slave quarters. And my personal favorite is there's a trail that goes all the way down to the very end through like maybe a mile or so behind Berkeley Plantation toward the river, the James River. Over to the left of it is the family plot. So, I mean, you're way far away from any of the other buildings, maybe a good 7 to 8 minute brisk walk to anything. So you're right there by the river. So you have the river, you have the water going by. People have said they've seen shadows and heard disembodied voices. We've caught anomaly on a night camera kind of going across the guest at the time in the carriage house. We've had spirits calling Mustafa asshole. And I remember one time in the carriage house, we asked if there was somebody there, make your presence known. And next thing you know, you hear the doorknob jiggle, and then the door opened like maybe 2-3 inches, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, there's
So
no mistaking that.
no, so August 12th, we're going to be at Berkeley Plantation. Hopefully, Flumeri Promotion will have the Totally Weird and Twisted podcast there with Katie and Mandy, interviewing people and stuff. Not quite sure yet, but we might get it. We might have that effect filmed for possible YouTube channel. So, yeah,
You
we got a
know,
few things, and then we have some collaborations with Get Haunted too. So in the near future, so we'll see what happens.
yeah,
Got a lot
if
of
you're
stuff
going to
going
be
on.
interviewing people, you might want to interview them before they go in and after.
Yeah, and not before and after they get out of the bathroom. That's just wrong.
I don't know. There might be some experiences in there.
That's those phantom smell. That's what it is.
Linda Judd's asking, what's your favorite event to organize?
My favorite event? You mean like location?
I think she's meaning because you said you do fundraisers, you do paranormal. So
To
she
be
might be
honest,
asking,
no. I mean, to be honest, making events at locations. I mean, as a business owner, you want to make a little bit of money, but I think my favorites are the fundraisers because um, you're helping other people, you're helping other causes other than yourself. I think my favorite ones that I had was um, that I'll always forever stay in my heart is the Applewood Colonial Bed and Breakfast junior ghost hunts that we had, where people would bring school supplies. So when I went and took the school supplies, to the schools throughout the summer, um, it felt really good to see their their expressions on their face in the office when you're bringing in like carloads of boxes of like crayons and stuff, whatever they need for the elementary schools and stuff. Um, and the women's shelter was probably going top the top of the list as well. So because there are certain causes that I'm partial to,
yeah.
and I'll try to do my best to help out those causes as if I can. So I
I'm just,
think. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm curious, do you list when you have a fundraiser, like helping the women's shelter or a school? Do you
I do.
promote it on the website to where people can help you to help them, or?
Um, if when we do, it'll be on the website. I haven't come up with one just yet, but in this summer, but I probably will because the end of summer is coming up, and I want to do a couple of things for. I have some ideas for the first responders this time. I want to do an event for them where um,
The
they're kind of,
unsung heroes.
yeah. I want them to be showcased and also to have fun, and whatever money comes for it from the events will go to whatever causes that are close to them. So I have a few ideas of how I want to do that and where I want to do it. I just haven't had the time to do it yet. So keep checking out the website.
Yeah, and Ernie says at some point you need to bring your. Yeah, I'll let you read that part to Fort Duffield.
No, I can't read that. Can you read that, Michael?
Now, I gotta say this as Ernie Pack would say it. Your sexy butt to Fort Duffield.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I did have, I was going to give him a call today after my doctor's appointment, but the doctor knocked me out. So I passed out the rest of the day. Old people problems.
Yeah. So here's a fun one for you. Linda Judd says, According to Google, Flumeri name meaning is genius, wealth, protector, and Flumeri is a boy-girl name, and numerology is a 3.
Well, I guess the name meaning genius skipped a generation with me. Same with the wealth.
Hey, 1 out of 3 ain't so bad.
Yeah, it's like a half of out of the 3, I guess. And I don't. If I knew anything about numerology, I would be
3
curious.
is spirituality.
Okay, that I can get. Okay, I can get down with that.
If I remember right, I believe 3 is spirituality.
Okay, cool. Like,
if I'm wrong, somebody will correct me, I'm sure.
Bringing school supplies and helping shelters is a great idea. Well, I thank you, Linda. I think a lot of, you know what? If there's a lot of people that do events out there, and they have great events.
Yeah.
Right. Hold on. I'm trying to read Ernie. Ray has a huge heart. He very generously helped us with the Save Waverly. You don't owe me anything. Shut up. There's a lot of people out there that make events and stuff for locations, and that's great. And they do fundraisers for these locations, which is great too, because a lot of these historical locations and people who own, these locations, they got hit pretty hard during COVID. Like a lot of the ones that get like a government funding and stuff, they didn't get shit during COVID, and
right.
So they're still kind of reeling from that because during the summer, like who really goes to a historic location? They'd rather be at the beach or whatever. So I've been trying hard to get events going for these places, and with proceeds going to, like, say, Berkeley Plantation or the Chesterfield Historical Society, where we just did our last event. Because they're still kind of struggling a little bit, and they need everybody's help. So if we were, and there's a lot of paranormal groups out there. There's a lot of paranormal groups that do these kind of events, just like myself. If we could all chip in and do one event where all the proceeds go to somewhere, I mean, just imagine, like, all the help that these places will get. So,
oh yeah,
just putting it out there, guys. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
So, Ray, what goes into Flumeri's decision of I'm going to host an event at this location or send a team to investigate a location? What makes you decide which locations to go to and which ones to pass on?
Paper, rock, scissors. No, to be honest, it all depends on the reputation of the location, and the finances to get there. Like, there's a lot of places out there that may or may not be a great place paranormal wise, but the people who may run it, I might not agree with or get along with because of certain things. I'm very stubborn like that. Like, if somebody is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, then I don't want to have any association with that location, if that makes any sense. Because
it does.
If all it is, it's about negativity and drama and stuff, I'm at a different spot in my life nowadays where I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. And the farther I'm away from it, the better. They can do what they want to do, and I don't have any problems with that. I just, my dad brought me up a certain way, and if there was an old saying that he used to tell me: if you hang around shit, you're eventually going to hang around with the flies. So
Yeah.
I try not to get near any negativity of any kind or any place where there's drama. Drama, I cannot stand drama. Um, but if there's locations where the people who run it and own it that I talk to um, are sweet and wonderful, and um, they're willing to um, work with me and vice versa, and whatever it takes to make the event pleasurable and memorable for anybody who buys the tickets. Um, those are the people that I want to do business with, like Ernie and Denise. Um, and what's that say? We scouted a place for Ray
He's
that's
got a place for you that's incredibly active, but logistically speaking, just isn't right for an event. There's more to finding a good event location than just activity.
yep. For example, I'm working with a historical society here in Virginia, and they want me to do an event. God bless them. It's called Point of Rocks, and that's what literally it is. It is just a bunch of rocks in a location, and they want me to do an event, and I'm like, okay, is there a restroom for the guests? No, and I'm like, okay,
Is there
so
one nearby?
it's like in the middle of bumfuck Virginia, like in the middle of nowhere, with no like electricity, no bathroom. They would have to rent a porta potty, and I'm like, I'm a city bougie boy. I can't do like hot porta potties like in the middle of the
Nope.
summer. Nope. Uh-uh.
I'm with you on that one. It's like, nope, I will hold it and wait.
I mean, the smell alone, let alone, I've seen a bunch of 80s horror movies. It was just turned badly. It was just turned bad. Um, but if it's a location where it's big enough to have enough people where money can go finance that historical location, because, and to benefit me, because people don't understand, like they complain about prices and stuff for events, which is fine. I understand why, but to give some people who might not understand um, a little info about what it takes to make an event. I'm from Virginia. I have talent from New England states and even California. So if I go and do an event, let's say, since we were just talking to Ernie, let's just say Waverly for right now. So I have to get plane tickets for my staff to go over there to help run the event. Then of course I'm not going to ask Ernie or whoever to do anything for me for free. So I would pay them because who else knows more about Waverly than them? Nobody.
Right.
So I would hire them. And then on top of that, you got hotels. You got Uber or rental car. And then you have hotels. Then whatever money is made from the event, you give a percentage of that for using this example, Waverly. So I'm already, before the event even starts, depending on the price or whatever, I'm already at $3,000 to $5,000 before the event even starts. So how do you think I'm going to try to make my money,
Right.
or at least break even? Because right now, I care less if I make any extra money. I haven't so far. Why worry about it now? As long as I break even, the location is happy, my staff is happy, the guests are thrilled, and they will do another event. Um, I have nothing to complain about. Now, don't get me wrong. I would love to live off of Flumeri for the rest of my life, but I mean, let's call a cow, right?
Right.
Right now, I would rather have everybody um, that put the effort and the work into it, as well as the location. I would rather have them happy than anything else right now.
Right.
But it does take a lot more than people think financially. And I've actually had events last year where there were $65 events. And just to cover the cost of the free drinks and snacks and food that they get at the event, I added another $10 to the event, and people lost their mind about how expensive it was. $10. So,
I know.
so it's either I lose out with the money that we spend on snacks and stuff, or um, continue doing what I'm doing and trying to figure out a middle where everybody's happy. That's kind of like my thing now. I try to do my best to make sure everybody's happy.
Yeah. Before I pull up this one comment, I'm just going to remind you there's the adage you can't please everyone. So if you ever figure that out, please let us all know.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, email me, please. All right. So what you got?
So Tim is asking, what's up? How's it going, Ray?
Senior Tim, how are you, buddy? We definitely, actually, you know what? Tim, Christy, and I, we really need to get on the ball because we want to. I'm interested in doing a couple of events with them because they're awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
And my friend Chad from Ghost Geeks, he says hello.
Well, hello.
So I'm just curious, being in Virginia, I know Flumeri kind of has the persona of either doing fundraising or paranormal, but there's a lot of historical places that are struggling. Do you ever get contacted by them and work with them to help just promote and keep the historical places alive?
Um, that's pretty much what I've done with the Chesterfield Historical Society. We do events at Trinity Church, Castlewood, and Magnolia Grange Plantation in Chesterfield, Virginia. The money that comes from the events go to the Historical Society to help not only preserve the history, but any um, renovations or remodeling and stuff that they're doing there.
Yeah.
Just recently, Magnolia Grange uh, planted a bunch of flowers in the back behind Magnolia Grange as a tribute to, I forgot her name, but it was a tribute to a woman who was part of um, Magnolia Grange. So it was a tribute. So I can't remember if it was somebody from the past or somebody that worked for the Historical Society. That I can't remember. So, but yeah, all the money, well, not all the money, most of the money that we do with historical locations, we do a percentage thing where the majority of the percentage goes to the historical location, and we get the lower end, which is fine by me because if it wasn't for the historical locations, we're never going to learn about our history. So.
I know, and unfortunately, right now we're in a place where they're trying to erase our history.
Speaking of erase, I almost erased this drink. Hold on.
Well, while you're doing that, Denise has popped in and says howdy.
Miss Denise, what's shaking, bacon?
And Ernie has a retort of, come to Gettysburg this weekend, damn it.
You know what? If I didn't have this pesky thing called a full-time job, I probably would. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go to work with the back pain. I went to, I'm having back issues again. We're right around where I had the back surgery a few years ago. So, um, We'll see. I might I might feel too bad to go to work tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be because of the back or something else.
No, I totally understand that, and it's
Can't be from the drink.
nope.
Nope. That's my pain medicine. Doctor's orders.
And Denise has chimed in to say we're going to be at the bash. So
I think, when is the bash again? Is that this weekend?
this weekend,
I won't be able to because of work. I work on the weekends. But I hear some of my Flumeri people might be up there.
so
Socializing and stuff.
in a way, you'll be there, just not physically.
I'll be there in spirit. There you go. That's a lot of spirit.
No, I was laughing at the comment I'm about to put up from Denise. She goes, "You need a sugar mama."
No shit. I've been lowballing myself for a few years now. Shit. Denise, hook me up.
Oh, so where is a event that you have seen advertised or something where you're like, man, I really wish I could get Flumeri out there? Is there any locations or stuff like that for you?
To be honest, I would love to do anything in California, anything on the west side of the nation. Like, Texas, Nevada, Montana, Washington, all those. I mean, I would love to do something there. If I had the money to do it, I would probably book every frickin' historical place over there just to be able to go over there and do it. Like, one of my dreams with Flumeri is to have the name known everywhere, and not because of because of the events, yes, but not just because of the events, because I want people to go to the events and say I learned so much and I had so much fun, and by the time I left, it was like I've known them for years, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it would be kind of cool to have like people from Italy or Greece or other countries to say, oh yeah, Flumeri, that'd be great, and then be able to bring events of, man, if I can go, if I could do this globally, I would. There's so many places. There's so many places around the world that I want to go to, and not only do events, but give me a selfish reason to be visiting these countries because they're beautiful countries.
Yeah. Denise says you need to ask Ernie about sugar mamas.
Have your people call my people. We'll do lunch.
So wait a minute. I'm just curious now. Is Denise calling herself a sugar mama?
Either that or Ernie got a sugar mama on the side, on top of the sugar mama. I don't know. I think I said too much. Abort mission.
Denise is also saying Fort Duffield in West Point, Kentucky is a new location booking events. Just saying. Oh, yeah. Denise says Ernie is a trophy husband. Linda's got a good name for you. She says one day it'll be Flumeri International.
I love how Linda thinks. I like that. That would be awesome. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have a name like known all over the place. Like I'm sure like the people that was on Ghost Hunters are on Ghost Hunters now, and they get messages from like Germany or something like that from their fans. I mean, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
I agree, and I'm always tickled when I have people popping in the chat room that I know are from like Japan in other places. I'm like, oh my God, Japan's in the house. Like, how cool is that?
I'm just liking the fact that you used the word tickled in a sentence. That's great.
Yeah, it's still
I
early.
thought I was the only one that did that.
Nope. But I do have a somewhat controversial question for you just based around the word. What's your stance on para-unity?
I can't stand that word. I hate that word. It's a stupid word. And I'm going to tell you why. It's the majority of the people that use that word are the people that go behind the curtain and talk shit about everybody else. If you're not doing it, if the people that do it the most are the people that don't preach about it. I don't put myself on a pedestal or a soapbox and scream about para-unity, or we need to do this, or you need to do that. I don't tell people what to do. I just go and do it. And if you're trying to get on a soapbox with a bunch of other grown-ass people telling them about uniting or whatever, then you're not seeing the bigger problem. The fact that you have to tell grown-ass people to be respectful of one another and respectful of your surroundings and not talk shit and not bring drama and stuff like that, that's the issue for me.
No, I agree with that, and that's why I kind of, when I talk about it, I only will say to it in the grounds of collaborating is what's needed, and there is no point in talking down about someone. There are no experts, so
I just think the word is stupid because the people that are using the word are not even doing what they're preaching about. The ones who do collaborate and work with people and trade information and data with other people, they don't preach or post about it. It's always the ones that want to get patted on the back, and that drives me up the wall. I don't, Michael, you know me, I'm the biggest asshole around, and I'll say what I got to say.
No, I appreciate your honesty, and that's one of the things we talk about.
I don't need a pat on my back from anybody on social media. I was raised a certain way. I know what, right is right. And if you're helping somebody, you don't need to go on social media and say you're helping this person.
Exactly.
Because you're contradicting yourself. You don't need to glamorize and boast about how you're helping and this, that, because that just makes you suspect to me. You're out of pocket when you do that.
Right.
So yeah, that word para-unity, I don't use it. I don't like it. If you want to do what that word is supposed to mean, then go ahead and do it, but don't get like likes and emojis and pats on the backs and all that on social media. Because don't get me wrong, you try to be nice with people, that's great, but I'm 51, almost going to be 52 years old. I don't need a heart emoji or stuff like that. I don't do that. We support everyone until they give us a reason not to. Exactly. And that's how it should be. But to use that word, it just drives me up the wall. It's like nails on a chalkboard kind of thing.
Right. No, I appreciate your honesty, and we talked about it offline in chats, and so I that's one of the things I was telling you that I like about you is you say something in private chat and you will say the same thing in public chat to someone's face, and you get what you get.
Yeah, and my 3 friends, they like that too.
Hey, 4. I thought I was a friend, or am I one of the 3?
That was one of them. Ernie and Denise were the other 2.
Well, your Paris son popped in.
Parapapa, great guy, mentor. Obviously, Austin's been drinking.
Well, look who his mentor is.
I love you too there, Austin. Wow, there's a lot of LOLs and emojis.
Oh, that's Denise and Ernie.
So
I have one question for you that I feel like is going to put your Italian heritage in question.
mannaggia San Gioacchino. Okay, go ahead.
And to set the record straight, I'm basing this on an experience I had in Rome. So this is legit Italy.
Okay.
Lasagna. Is it better as a soup looking or as a pasta?
Soup, because then you can take the bread and you can sop up the sauce. Come on. What are you talking?
No, because when we were in Italy, my parents were like huge fans of lasagna, and when it came, it looked like soup, and they were like, "No, we ordered lasagna."
You get it soupy because when you're done eating the lasagna part, you got all the sauce left and you got the bread and you scoop it up with the bread. That's why you got the young guys, the young women and men that are like skinny as shit. And then after a certain age, I think at like 11:59 in the morning or 12 o'clock noon, they gain about 75 pounds and they look like me. That's what happens over there. It's a time thing, I'm telling you. 2 weeks ago, I weighed 130 pounds.
Denise, I don't know what you're talking about with vegetarian lasagna.
You shut your mouth and you get the hell off this show, Denise. We don't talk about vegetarian shit up in here.
Linda's got a question for you. She says, Ray, have you ever heard of a group that is organized to support kids with psychic abilities where they teach the parents as well so they understand how to help?
If I'm not mistaken, I think Chip Coffey runs a group like that, if I'm not mistaken. Where Chip Coffey, I don't know if he has a group or an organization or whatever, but I do remember in the past where Mr. Coffey was involved with helping kids with psychic abilities and the parents who had to kind of learn how to deal with kids with psychic abilities, if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, I don't think so. But they should be. Like, you have a lot of kids out there that have psychic abilities who are scared to death to have them. And a lot of them, they don't delve into their ability and stuff. So, because they're scared. But if they had somebody to kind of school them and reassure them and stuff, I think there should be something like that if there isn't one already.
Yeah, and to piggyback on you, Ray, I have a friend who's been a guest on the show, and her name is Catherine Sorlos. She's out of Greece.
Yes.
She does teaching with kids how to use their gifts and bring them up, and I believe the parents are there as well.
Oh, good. So it's more of a remote thing with her, right?
I think she does remote, and I think at times she'll come as she can to the event to help with the kids.
You know what? Linda just gave me a great idea.
Twirling spaghetti with a spoon?
No, that's if you don't know how to do that.
Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
If you don't know how to use the spoon with the fork, then your Italian card has just been revoked. No, but I think Jody Nettles does like a teen paranormal camp for the summer for kids that are interested in the paranormal. I think that having a summer thing where kids with abilities get together with other kids with abilities and learn from gifted psychics and sensitives and mediums. I like that. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Linda,
I'd be curious
you are
who you
awesome.
sign up to be the grown-ups in that conversation.
Yeah, it won't be me because I'm not a grown.
So Ernie's trying to poach Austin and get him over to Fort Duffield, but apparently scared him. And Denise is wondering, why is Ernie scaring people?
It's probably because he didn't have pants on when he was doing the talking.
All right, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this name.
I don't even know what that is, but right on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And Linda says, yeah, summer camp.
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
And the first rule of this summer camp is to talk about the summer camp.
That's right. Not like CrossFit. Don't. First rule of CrossFit is to fucking tell everybody and their mother about you being in CrossFit.
All right.
But that's a great idea.
Yeah, Denise says, you need to hear about the poor elderly woman across the street that got traumatized by a pantsless Ernie.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll be right over. I'll be right over. Let me get my camcorder real quick.
And then Ernie retorts back with, that's the pot calling the kettle black, Ray. You always FaceTime us in your bathroom.
I was every time he calls me, I'm like either getting in the shower or coming out of the shower. Like, I don't know if he's got like I don't know if this teddy bear I have in my room with the red light on is like from him, but
Okay.
he always seems to know when I'm coming in or out of the shower, which is a scary image to begin with anyway.
Yeah. So the gentleman with the name, he responded with, I'm Jewish. My name is Levi Maimon Ornar or Omar. It's hard to read at this hour. So small print.
Pleasure to meet you, Levi. Thank you for watching the show.
Yeah. So I know it's late where you are, and we've actually gone a couple minutes over to the hour. So
I'm about to get in my bathrobe right now.
I just want to say I appreciate you coming on and spending this evening with us.
Thank you for having me, Michael.
And I like how I said us when it's just me. But, you know, there's a chat group. I'll claim them.
We're not talking about the other personalities that you have. Well,
That's a show for another night.
that is a long show.
That's a show that even I wouldn't want to get into because I will totally get myself lost.
Let's see what personality pops up when I take this pill.
Or better yet, after I drink this drink, which personality is going to be satisfied?
I'm almost done with mine. Where is it?
Thank you, Linda. And Linda says, happy to meet you, Ray.
Linda, the pleasure was all mine.
So next week, I got a treat for you guys because Howard Petrie, the one that's running the Pun Network right now, is going to be on the show, and we're going to be promoting the Fear Fest 2023 New Orleans event.
And Ernie will be pantless.
You should come to that, Ray.
What, pantless?
No, the New Orleans.
Not with these knobby knees.
So look forward to that episode, and I will send us out here in a moment with the outro that I started the show with.
See you guys later.
Have a great night, everyone. Thank you for watching.
You have just listened to the energy that surrounds us with your hosts, Michael Koff and Carla Norris. Be sure to tune in next week for our next episode.